First question is, when you say you want something that you never had, how do you deal with the process of accepting it if you're not used to it?
So
Get
say
out of
that
my
again.
Yeah,
Would you
repeat.
mute
get
your
out of my
Oh
mic,
God.
Jackie?
You over there yelling at my brother.
Uh-huh.
Okay. When you say you want something that you never had, how do you deal with the process of accepting it if it's something you're not used to?
That's what you said about John. Telling you ain't never had. Okay, I'm just joking.
uh,
I'm gonna ask the question again because that will not be in this
Oh,
recording. When you say you want something that you never had, how do you deal with processing it if you're not used to it? How do you accept it? Because some people, when they're not used to something, it's kind of hard for them to accept it. So
Well, it
how
has
do you
to.
process that acceptance?
Well, if it's something that's in a positive way, it's just something you have to get used to and know that you deserve. I mean, you just have to tell yourself that you're worthy of that. I mean, that's just me. If it's something that I'm not used to and it's positive and I know I'm worthy of it, I'm going to be quick to accept it and get used to it.
yeah. I mean, it's really just like that. Like if you asking for something, you need to be
Hmm.
prepared for what you're going to get with it.
Yep.
You have to be ready for that. You have to be ready to accept it. And yeah, getting used to it because it is a different situation. It does take a while, but you still need to be prepared to accept it.
Hmm. And don't block your blessings and be careful what you pray for. Because
Yeah.
sometimes you get that, your prayers get answered and then you get scared and you get nervous and scared away. You just got to be careful what you be ready to accept that blessing. That's all, like he said. Dre?
yeah, because sometimes you want something, and you really ain't ready for it like you think you are. You might be ready for it. So I agree with Steph. You better be prepared.
all I'm saying is I'm always prepared for my blessings because I deserve everything that's coming to me. You understand? I don't need to get ready. I'm already ready.
Amen.
Okay.
You ain't got to
I
Say
get
that
already
ready.
know
about
what's
that.
coming. I already know what's coming my way. I'm blessed and highly favored. That's all I got to tell y'all people.
Come on.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like it does start with self-worth. Like you got to know that you're worthy of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because
I know
everything that's meant for you is already declared yours. That's why I just wish people would learn how to stay in their own lane.
Ooh.
was that
See,
shade thrown at me?
I mean,
No, that
you
was
know,
if I'm throwing shade, it's gonna be a palm tree.
What do you mean by stay in your own lane?
that that was the shade thrown for me, Miss Jackie. That was the shade thrown for me. If y'all didn't catch that, y'all should have keep y'all ears up. That was meant for me.
Okay.
Okay, so the next question
But then, oh, wait,
is,
I have one thing to add to that though too, because
uh,
sometimes, like when Dre said you highly favored, when you're blessed and highly favored, sometimes you have to also be prepared for those haters and people that negativity tries to come in or the devil tries to come in because you are being blessed. So you have to be prepared in all different directions when
You
you
want
are
to know
getting blessed.
all you gotta do? Just turn off the lights. Haters can't see you in the dark.
That's right. I agree with that.
I just turn off the light. Haters can't see me in the dark.
Move in silence. I'm for
I
that.
maintain cruise control past everybody else.
Right.
Yep.
I'm on a D5 while you standing at Sprint, while you still in that line to get on Sprint airline. I'm on.
I
Next
can't
question.
with Dre.
so do men need protection in relationships just as much as women?
Yes.
Yes, yes, we do. Because there be some hoes out there that trying to get us, and as men, we be weak sometimes. Not all men be weak. I be weak. I be weak. You know. So you gotta, like the pastor say, like my old pastor say, a man is only a man.
Yes, the answer is yes. I mean, sometimes men put on the persona of always being strong and they don't need anybody. But I think everybody needs their heart and their feelings protected from time to time.
Yeah, like I feel like we protect, but I feel like women, we don't look at it that way, but we should, because it's like we do protect them mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and sometimes physically. You know, if a bitch try your man, you got to do what you got to do.
Well, if you out here fighting for a nigga, you need to grow up.
No, I'm talking about if that was my husband, and let's just say a bitch was trying to attack somebody, I'm gonna whoop her ass. What you mean?
Oh, I thought, my bad, you're right.
I'm not talking about no petty shit. I'm talking about like some real life, like you trying to physically harm my husband, and knowing he not gonna hit no female, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
You know, where does she whoop your ass though? You know, I always thought of that. That's a question. If your wife is getting her ass whooped, do you step in?
Yes.
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 You don't.
I mean,
You don't
if it's
sit there
another
watching
female,
her ass whoop. That's
if
reflected.
I'm just saying. It's one-on-one. Do you? It's a female fight. Do you step
I would
in?
just break it up. I mean, I think a male should at least break it up.
I gotta leave her.
Jump
I gotta
on the
leave.
other female.
You gotta at least like
I gotta leave.
get the pole off and under her.
Well,
But
when it comes to
I feel like
fighting,
if he'll do the real one, he gonna be like, "Hey, uppercut that bitch one time." Like I feel like he's gonna
no,
become.
no real man is gonna let his girl fight. No, I
No.
disagree. Like I know for
The way I
sure.
see it, the moment I
He
get
would
to
not.
that point, get out of my way.
My husband would not let me fight. I done
If
almost had a couple of close ones at basketball games, and he jumped right in front and don't know. It don't happen that way. Not a real man. Not the man that's for you. He is not gonna let you fight.
I feel
Now,
like
if
it
it's
takes
some
a
old
lot for
ratchet
me.
dude,
It takes a lot for me to want to physically touch somebody. So I feel like if I got to that point, get out my way. Because
but my thing is,
I
it
don't
depends
like.
on
It
the
takes a
situation.
lot for me to want to physically get violent. It takes a lot for me. So if I'm
But
there,
it depends on the situation. Like if you dating, it depends on who you fighting. Because certain things you're gonna have to take the higher road, regardless if she disrespectful,
yeah.
because it's a dynamic to that situation. Now
I'm talking about if I'm defending myself.
I guess I look at it as the people that's tried to fight me had way more. I had way less to lose than I did. So my thing be like, I have way more to lose than you. So before I throw these blows and beat the shit out your ass, it better be something that's like where my kids are in danger. Other than that, I ain't gonna fight you over no nigga. I ain't gonna fight you over no punching. You're not gonna stop my money. That's what you're trying to stop. Because if I go to jail, that means I lose my license. So I lose my 6-figure job. Ain't no bitch on this earth
Right,
worth that.
right. Speaking of
Fuck that.
6-figure job, cousin, can you hook me up with a job? Shit.
Ain't no woman on this earth worth me losing my money and me being able to take care of my kids and my household. Ain't no woman on earth, unless you do something to my kids or my parents or my grandparents, then that's different. But other than that, it ain't worth it. I got too much to lose.
Right. That's what I'm talking about. While we speaking about money, cousin, could you hook me up with a job? Shit.
We got a hiring freeze right now.
That's what niggas always say. That's niggas' favorite word. We got a hiring freeze right now.
No, because Bart ain't got no money right now.
Who?
Everybody.
Bart.
Y'all for sure got some money.
All right. Next question is, why make a requirement for someone else that you yourself can't even fulfill?
Because I didn't make the requirement me. I made it for you.
Because people are selfish by nature. People are selfish by nature. That's why people do that. People are selfish by nature.
Give us an example.
I'm about to say I can't speak on that because I don't live by that logic. I can't make a requirement on you that I'm not going to do. I can't do anything. I can't make you do anything that I wouldn't do. I'm not going to make you get out there and do some dumb shit that I ain't going to be doing the dumb shit right
That's
along
not
with.
yours.
Exactly.
Well,
See,
and
I
then,
like
like
you. I know I like
sometimes,
you for a reason. I know I like you for a reason. So that means if I'm shooting, you shooting.
If we are in a situation like that, I'm not going to be in that situation. I got an 8-month-year-old. I can't be just out here shooting. However,
My heart, my chest hurt.
and Alexis can attest to this. I do have a statement that I live by. I don't fight for free no more. So if I am whooping somebody's ass, I'm robbing you.
You better. Oh yeah, I like you. Just man, come smoke. Come hang out with me. Come hang out with me, brother. He's like, I like the way he thinks. If I'm whooping your ass, I'm gonna take whatever's in your pocket, and it's not really. You can't even call it robbing, bro. It's more of a down payment for your ass whooping.
I mean, I'm just saying, I want you to remember this ass whooping.
Right? Remember it. Remember you fuck with the right. I like this man. Where you been hiding this man out, Alexis? I like him.
well, I think too. Sometimes I'm just gonna go from a female perspective. You have guys that might say, "Oh, I want you to be there for me. I want to do this, and I want us to do that. I want us to be this way or that way," but then they don't do it.
Yeah.
They don't live up to their word. But they'll say, "Oh, well, we're going to get together, we're going to do this, we're going to do that." And then you're like, "Oh, okay." And I want you to be there for me, and I'll be there for you. But then you say you do it, and then they don't do it.
It's a little harder out here for us, Miss Jackie. So therefore, when we be saying things like that, we really be meaning it. We really be trying, but deep down, it's just hard out here for the black man. It's just hard out here for us brothers. We really be out here trying.
It's just interesting with my generation's men though, because y'all want women. Y'all want women to meet you halfway with certain things nowadays, more so
halfway.
Today. But when she pursues and you don't, what does that make you look like?
Ooh, I do. He's not here. You can't say that type of stuff.
Wait. Hold up.
Not about that. No, this is just a general thing.
Okay.
Wait. Let me ask you this. If at some point, like, y'all were supposed to be throwing each other 50-50, and and one person notices the other person is starting to pull up on the shit, are you supposed to continue to go your 50, or even worse, cover they miss percentage? Are you supposed to keep going?
No.
I don't think it's about percentages. I think it's about consistency.
But you've shown consistency, and yet you've already noticed that somebody ain't holding up their end.
You gotta go.
You gotta make them accountable. Yeah, you gotta walk away.
It's time to go.
And they're not doing your part, then you gotta walk away.
That means your pockets is hurting. Your pockets is hungry. Your belly's starving.
But it takes communication with that though too.
No, fuck that. I don't communicate this. You know your part. You know your part. Everybody say communication. You know your part. You know your position. You know your role.
Everybody got to put 100 in. 100%, 100%. That's 200.
But it'll never be 100%. If we're talking about longevity, for example, it'll never be 100%. There's going to be one shitty ass year where your partner is not all the way
financially.
They may be at 45%, and then you may have to cover them with 55.
That's why I
financially
marry rich. Be with a rich person. You ain't got to deal with
financially.
Huh?
Are you talking about financially?
No, I'm not talking about just financially. I'm just talking like let's say like something not tragic, but something really bad happened between you two, and like the arguments was pretty deep, and it took y'all a long ass minute to like make up for it. And then you got one person that may be a little more willing, but the other person ain't all the way there.
Well, then walk
So it's
away.
like when I don't see how it could always be 100 in a marriage or
Well, my thing is, I always give 100% in a relationship, period. I don't like that 50-50. You got to give 100% in a relationship, whether it be your mind, everything. You got to give 100% or it's not going to work.
I
so
always
what does
tell my
100% what does 100% look like?
well, you're putting
Because
I'm
all.
putting,
to some people it doesn't sound reachable.
Well, no, it's when if you can honestly tell yourself that you've put all of your feelings, your emotions, and everything into something, even if it fails. If you can tell yourself that you know you put in 100%, even if it still fails, then to me that's an accomplishment still for you, because he can't say or she can't say that you was half-assing anything, because you know you put in 100% into the relationship. You know you put in your 100%.
That's where I'm at too. Like
If yeah,
the
if
effort
you can tell
to be.
yourself, you can't lie to yourself. You can lie to somebody else, or you can fake it to somebody else, but you can't fake and lie to yourself. You know
Yeah.
what you're.
I mean, you
I see,
can like
I
yourself,
see
but
niggas do it every day. I see
down,
niggas do it every day.
but deep down, you know the truth. Yeah,
Right. And I lie to
you
myself
tell
every day that
yourself
I'm
a
skinny.
lie. When you tell yourself a lie long enough, it starts to sound like the truth.
Right. I tell myself every day I'm skinny. Every day I'm skinny. And it's no
stupid.
what? I'm just being honest.
What, you just look in the mirror?
Being honest.
Yeah. I look in the mirror, I look and just say I'm skinny. Knowing that I'm not. I lie to myself every day. Yeah, I'm skinny. I wear some small glass clothes to say I'm skinny. I'm skinny. You see this small shirt? Nigga, I'm skinny out here. I can fit this.
I ain't gonna lie to myself.
You're stupid.
I ain't gonna front with myself. I'm not gonna say that shit to myself. I know the truth. I
Hey, what they say? Tell me I'm skinny or I ain't making dinner or some shit like that.
Hmm?
I be trying to tell my hoes, tell me I'm skinny or I ain't cooking for you.
Watch your mouth. Why you gonna call them hoes?
My bad. I'm so sorry, cousin. I'm so sorry, cousin. My employees.
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
fucking terrible.
Oh, so how do you expect to be prioritized by your partner in a serious relationship?
I need to be
It's
number
hard
one.
to.
That is like let's say other people that are in their lives. So if they have
It's
kids,
hard to.
I need to
So
be number one.
no, you can't. Well, it's hard to. With me and my husband,
Like if she got
it was
kids, I
hard.
could be number two.
Right.
But other than that, if she don't got kids, I need to be number one.
If it's kids involved, their kids are always gonna come first, and you just have to know your role and your place.
Right. But if there's no kids involved, I need to be number one because for the simple fact that I'm there every day with you. I need to be number one.
Yeah, I
If
feel like it's different. It's a different type of, it's also a different type of love. That's the way I feel, because some people, they'll say they put their mamas first. They'll put their kids first. They put their mamas first.
what? You can't do that. I tell people like this, Miss Jackie.
the mom can't do what his woman can do for him.
Right.
So
No,
And that's why
it's different. It's a different for some. It's a different relationship.
yeah,
It
and
is.
I put it like this. You not
No,
sleeping. I tell everybody, I tell my mom, oh, why you always with your girl or something? Well, I'm not sleeping with you. I sleep with her at night. I do things with her that I don't do with you. Therefore, she is first. Okay? Y'all need to understand that. She does things for me that y'all can't do in this world. I need to make sure she's first as well.
I
I
mean,
mean,
That's some
I'm
real
just being
shit
so
though.
honest.
That's real life. Like,
That's the realest thing. Like,
I don't sleep with you. My cousins and then be like, oh, what you doing that for? Because I sleep with her. I do things with her. Like, she's number one currently. Like you don't do this, you don't do that. Like I can't do that with you. Like therefore, you feel me? Like, look, this is number one, and like people gotta understand that. Like that's just me personally. Like the person I'm with, like yeah, number one. If I ain't got no kids, or she ain't got no kids, yes, I might as well put my number one all into that.
I mean, I feel the same way. Like,
Like, right. If you over here
like,
paying rent and bills, if you over
with,
here paying bills, rent and all that, and you doing her thing, yeah, it's like number one.
yeah, the woman I'm with is the woman I'm with.
Right.
It's
Nobody
no,
coming before that. Nobody
it,
coming
it,
before that.
you can't put nobody before that.
You can't put
Yeah,
nobody before you. Not your mama, not your grandmama, not nobody.
it's like, so eventually, like, if you really like out here dating for the right reasons, being with somebody for the right reasons, with the intention to marry them and stuff like that, you leaving your family for them.
Right. Your family.
and
Like,
that's how it's supposed to be. So
Yeah,
it's
but I
like you still got
You gotta treat
moms
it
at
like,
number two. Something missing. Something ain't clicking.
well,
Yeah, you might
your mama could be your number
have
two. Your mama
your
could be your
head.
number two. I
leaving
know
number
people
two.
like I got friends that they
Well,
girls they
I'm
number
saying
one.
I'm including if they have kids too.
Oh,
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 well, if
okay,
they not
cool.
your kid,
You got
if they end up my kid,
No.
your mama can
I'm just
be
gonna
number
be
one.
honest. Most people gonna put their kids first. That's just it.
that's not necessarily true. Not in the day and age we live in, Miss Jackie. Like some of these employees out here, they don't that ain't about they care about that man, about that dick them niggas coming
Oh,
in. What? So
Nigga,
all I'm saying,
boy, yeah.
I ain't gonna say no name, but I got a couple friends that they didn't put some dick on some females and they didn't made the kids come second, third. I'm just saying.
yeah, I
I
can
know,
see that happen. But I
like
know
that's
you
just
got some
the way
others too. They'll do whatever, for the man.
right.
Yeah, that's
Kid, like a kid, you can send a kid off nowadays. That's
Yeah,
Not recommended, but yeah.
yeah, but like your partner, your partner should be one of your top priorities at the top. You can't discount your partner for your mama, your sister, your
Yeah, they
cousin, your
gotta be
best
top two.
friend. Yeah, you gotta look at them at that point at the top because that's the person that you're going through life with.
right.
That's the
But I
person
live it
that,
like this. I live like my life like this, like my boy Ricky Bobby said. If you're not first, you last.
come on, Ricky Bobby.
Like, yeah, if you're not first, you last. Do you feel me? Therefore, I need to be first, or I'm last. They don't talk about the second place winners. They don't talk about the third place winners. They talk about the first place winner. First,
Number
me,
one.
number one. I'm out here. They talk about Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos. You know, because them is number one winners.
I don't talk about weird looking motherfuckers, but that's beyond the point.
All right, next question. At your current age, how do you feel about booty calls?
I love them. I love them.
Hey man, if you single, live your life.
I
Live
love
your
them.
fucking
I
life.
tell her call me up, trying to bust them.
I will
um
say this. Let me say this. At a younger age, I think the older you get, the more mature you are, and you can handle a booty call. I think some people get their feelings involved, and can't handle a booty call. Take it for
Females,
what it is. Most
females,
No,
females can't, right?
true.
And
Don't do
I'm
No,
gonna
not
give
you
you.
can't have booty calls
do
either.
catch
females,
feelings. If a
females.
girl got GPS, y'all catch feelings real quick. Don't even play.
No,
No,
that
but a
ain't even
man is
true.
not gonna
That's
be
not
quick to
true.
show you that.
What is
A man is gonna
GPS?
be
Hold up,
reserved
hold
and
up.
feel like
Maybe I'm.
wait, but a man is gonna be reserved to feed off of your energy. Whereas a female gonna be so into her feelings if he don't call her or
Right.
it just just over exaggerate the whole situation. You take it for what it is. You did your job. Now you can leave, and I'm gonna go about
Thank
my
you.
way.
There you
Thank
go.
you.
That's how you
Speak.
handle it. You
Preach.
not
Nobody
gonna be.
to be
You.
out
This is
here.
your only purpose. Your only purpose is this. So I can date other people. Yeah, you may be the only one hitting it, but that's your only purpose. You can't put feelings into it.
Right. No feelings.
Yeah.
That sounds candy. It sounds beautiful, but in reality, people catch feelings. I've
It be
heard
the
of
feelings.
situations where the dude caught feelings first. So let's not be naive like it don't happen,
Nine
because I
times out
got
of ten.
living, breathing
Okay.
witnesses. The dude caught
9 times
feelings
out of
first.
10, because 9 times out of 10, it's the female.
Well, because females are more emotional. Men's, when it comes to sex,
Men are
females are.
emotional too.
No,
But
They
when
because
just
sex is
in
respectful to them.
general, when it comes to sex, females are more emotional and men are more physical. That's why a man will tell you, "Well, it didn't mean nothing to me. It was just fucking. It
Sex.
was.
Yeah, we're just fucking. I was just trying to bust a nut. I was just trying
It's
to nut.
it's just it's much easier. Yeah, it's much easier for a man to say that. It really
Right.
is, and to feel that way, because men are more physical than women are. Women are more emotional.
Like, my apologies. Like,
And, like, when I was living that life, no longer no longer
I,
living that
I
life.
still
But I
live it for
was
you. I live
living
it
that
for
life.
you.
And when I was living that life, I believed in a certain little concept. Like, if you were going to be in a situation with somebody like that, it was probably best to get to know that person just a little bit more than just fucking, so you could have an idea of how they're going to react if and when you decide to look around at everything else in the world. So, like, if you decide that, yeah, while we fucking, I'm still gonna go date somebody on over here and try to get to know somebody else, you need to know, is that person going to be reasonable about the shit and understand, like, where y'all were with this relationship, or are they gonna spaz the fuck out and then decide, yo, I'm about to fuck all your shit up.
Well, the thing is, that's why. But she said specifically a booty call. So to me, that means y'all already had that discussion. If that
Yeah.
communication has already happened, then you cannot get into your feelings.
Yeah,
Period.
I think it has to be clear that that's what it is. Because
Now, if you
sometimes,
want an ultimate purpose and say, okay, I do want a relationship, and can we move forward? But you have to open your mouth and say it. If not, accept it.
That's right.
Right.
I'm
I
not
got
trying.
a question. I got a question for the collective. How do you feel about the opposite sex having a best friend, like your significant other having a best friend that's the opposite sex?
My husband hates it. He don't think
men,
that I should have any
men,
best friends that are males.
I feel the
men,
same
us-
way. I feel the
men,
same way.
men usually don't like it because I was talking to I asked my friend this question, and he says, like, he's like okay with it, but he thinks that in a certain situation, if put in
They
a certain
fucking.
situation, he don't care what kind of friends or stuff you say you are. He thinks that put in a situation, if y'all get stranded in a snowstorm somewhere in a nice little condo or something, in a mountaintop condo for 3 days, and y'all start drinking, talking shit, most likely he thinks something like that, it was jump off, even though you said this guy is your platonic friend. I
You know,
believe that women can have platonic friends. I have 3 guys, never been with physically, that's been my friends, and they're some of my best friends for like 30 years. They're here for my birthday. They came out for my birthday party last year. One of them did, from Florida. And we've never messed around or anything. He's actually, but I could, like, go out with them. I can sleep in the same hotel room with them and not be nothing because I
You
look
know,
at him more as a brother.
right. And I'm just saying that from me, my perspective, any girl I ever call, oh yeah, that's my best friend. 9 times out of 10 on the price smash. Like, oh yeah, that's my best friend. Like, yeah, that's my that's my bestie. Or I have that bestie that I love him. Like, yeah, I just don't see that. Like, I don't have that. Like, granted, I do have people.
But I have male friends where I'm not interested in, I'm not
Right.
attracted to. They are just my friends.
But that's not granted, but that's not saying they're not interested in you.
That's what most men. That's why most men.
Right?
That's what
Yeah.
most men believe. Most
Yeah.
men believe that even if you tell them, well, this is just one of my best friends, they still think if put in a certain position, you might not be interested, but he interested just because he's a male and you're a female. And most men look at it that way.
But why does that matter if you're in charge of your own body and what you decide to do with it?
That has
Just
nothing
because
to do.
somebody feels a type of way doesn't mean they can act upon it.
That's how.
Well,
And
yeah,
that's how I feel about it. Like you should be able to have platonic friendships. You should be.
I think so too.
At this point, a lot of people's lives, especially like if you're an adult, you should be able to have a platonic friendship. You should be able to control yourself enough to be like, hey,
Right, like this is not elementary school. Like, grow up.
It's not even that. I'm just saying, like, especially if you single and you like, oh, granted, this is my friend. I don't care what nobody say. As a man, it's always in the back of your head, like, oh, what if I had, like, what if? Like, I don't. That's in anybody's head. What if? What if?
Yeah,
Like,
and you know what? And Dre, you're absolutely right because every male that I've asked that question says the same exact thing.
what
They
if?
don't think,
Like,
they don't
I
think
don't care
it's
how good of
possible.
friends we are. We could be
Most,
best friends for 30, 40 years. That's always gonna be the back of my, like, what if? Like, what if
yeah,
I smashed it? Like, what if we did this? Like, it's always what if. And that always what if always got me in a what if situations. Like, what if? I'd have lost 3 friends behind that. What if?
yeah.
It's been honest.
And like I said, most men feel the exact same way you do. Every guy that I've asked that question to says the same thing. They don't think it's possible.
Like,
For
no,
the
it's granted, it's possible. Like, we could be like, oh, like, you could be generally friends with a female. Generally, like, just like, oh, like, that's really my friend. But it's always in the back of your mind, what if?
And then coming from the female side, I'm trying to think if it's just that I don't know. I'm trying to think if I know any guys that, not including me, that are really good friends with a female. I mean, I know the guys that are really good friends with me, but they're like brothers, and they look at me like sisters, like a big sister or whatever. But I don't know anybody that no one I've ever been involved with. Well, I take that back.
Yes,
You
there
know, no, it's
was.
just like this. It's just like more of like, it's just some friends, you can't never cross that line. Like, oh, can never cross that line. That's really what it is. It's more of like, okay, we good, we friends, but it's like, oh, okay, I know we can never cross that line.
Yeah, and
So do you think?
go ahead.
Sorry, I'm asking Big Bean. Go
Oh.
ahead, Mom.
Oh, because I know there's situations too where, because I'm going to use my excellent example, him and a coworker. I don't know if they ever crossed that line or not, but I know that they have that chemistry between them. You know how sometimes you can go in a room and these people might have never messed around, but everybody can feel that
Like, oh
chemistry.
yeah, like, oh they fucking, for sure fucking.
Well, sometimes they might not be, but sometimes
Yeah,
you
but
can feel.
you can just feel it. Everyone just knows, like, oh yeah, they fuck. This the way y'all act, the way y'all can say, oh, you can have never done it, but it's perception. Perception is everything.
So my husband says that being married, that he would not have no female best friends, and I would.
But I feel like if
He
y'all
said your
know
wife.
them,
He
I
felt
feel
that
like if
he
y'all know
feels that
them
I
and
should
they
be his
bring,
best friend, or
well,
vice
yes, but
versa.
there's multiple best friends.
But I'm just telling you, he ain't having it. He
The
just
way
put the
I
light
see it,
on.
I
I
feel
can't
like
have no
for I feel like it only becomes
He said,
questionable
hell no.
start hiding your friendships. But if you're introducing them, your friendships to the people, and you're letting them know who they are, and you're trying to welcome
I've done that, and he still is not receptive.
That don't matter. That don't matter.
Men
I
are
think
still
another-
going to trip off of it. Men will
Yes.
still trip
I'm not
off of it.
saying that
I think
men aren't,
another-
but I'm
He
saying
said women
it's
are way
important
worse than
some
men.
type of that you know who they are, because I feel like it becomes a little more suspect when they don't know who they are. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
But
I'm not denying men's feelings of they still going to be suspicious. I'm not denying
I
that.
think women
I'm
are
just-
too. I think women
There's
are
ways
just as
to-
suspicious. If my friend came and told me, "Oh, this is my female friend, Carol," I'm like, "Motherfucker!" I'd probably be like, "Motherfucker, please! What you mean your best friend? I'm supposed to be your best friend."
Right. Like what? Like, excuse me? Like, get the fuck out of here. Right.
No.
And I know people. I have friends that have introduced females to their significant other. Oh yeah, that's my best friend. And deep down, I already knew, nigga, you fucking her.
I think
You can introduce all you want. And nigga can still be smashing, or she still could be smashing. It just can't. It's just not. You can't have it. You can't have it. There's no best friends. No. Oh, this my bestie. This my fuck that. I'm your best.
Dre on here talking about fuck that. I'm your bestie.
Like, I'm your bestie. I'm your number one. I'm your everything. That's all you need. Anything other than that is bullshit.
Okay. I know. Example. Steph and Alexis are like best. I think I would consider Steph one of Alexis's best male friends.
Oh, that's good. They fucking. If they fucking, like,
Damn.
you gotta think.
Damn,
They fucking.
no,
Like, it's just how people think. It's just how people think. It's just how people think.
That's part of it, though. Like, this is the thing. Like,
If Alexis was in a relationship,
using us as an example, part of the reason why this friendship works the way that it does is that I live above suspicion. I live my life above suspicion. I'm not about to put myself in any situations that will have anybody feeling uncomfortable and ready to fight.
I like him.
You can't, and that's the important distinction about having a platonic friendship with somebody. You need to make it.
There has to be boundaries.
Make it
Right,
clear.
that's what I said. That's why I went back to when I was like, it's just some lines you just can't cross with certain friends. You just know those lines will never be crossed.
I will say that there are definitely boundaries. Like, I can't do the same stuff with guy friends that I do with my girlfriends. Like, no.
That's subjective.
I have guy friends.
That's subjective.
I got friends that can do the same thing. Like my friend, like Alvin. You know, you guys. Well, they don't know, but you know, like Alvin. Alvin would come party he'll go just like with the girls. Come on, and he not gay or nothing, but he'd be come on, let's roll. You know.
I'll make this an example, Alexis. Like, I got a friend, like we cool, like me and her, we cool. And she thinks so, like, you say you can't do certain things in front of your guy friends, you can do it with your girls. Like, this girl, she'll get dressed in front of me, change everything. And she just thinks that's okay. And she just thinks that's okay. And I feel like as your
not
friend,
okay. That is a part
like,
of living above suspicion.
you know, and she's like, oh, we friends.
To be honest, if she's doing it in front of you, she's trying to give you a little show. Ain't
No,
no
granted.
female.
No, but we friends. She does it.
In front of no
Yeah,
dude
right,
unless they
right.
let you take a little peek.
It's one of those lines. It goes back to one of those lines I would never cross. You know, it was one of those. Oh, okay, granted, you might be my friend.
That's
It goes back to that.
You might be able to because you see
No.
me.
No. It's just one of those lines. It goes back to one of those lines where you draw it like, oh, I can't cross that. Morally, I can't cross that. As a me, I can't cross that line. You feel me?
Female.
Like, yeah, granted, that's like I was saying, like, it's just some lines you can't cross. Like, where you can do all that stuff. But back in your head, you still think that, what if? You know, what if? It's like, oh, I can't cross it. I can't cross over to the what if. Just some people you can't do it with.
All right, I'm gonna move on to the next question. If you had a side piece while in separation with like someone you're married to, and then your partner came back to fix all the things you asked them to fix, would you stay with your spouse or your side piece? And I'm
I need
talking, they
both.
say I'm fixing everything I fucked up. I'm gonna apologize who I need to apologize to. I'm gonna show change behavior where I need to show change behavior. Like clean slate. Like I'm going to fix my wrongs. Would
You
you stay with
know,
your
that's a hard thing because like when you say it like that, if I already moved on to a side piece, 9 times out of 10, it ain't no coming back from whatever you the fuck you done did. I moved on to the side piece. I'm waiting for the divorce at this point.
Yeah, I
Like,
think
I
sometimes
might
you
actually
get.
keep you. I might actually keep you because it's cheaper. But
I
if
think
we already moved on to
sometimes
this
you just
point, it's
some
over.
situations. Sometimes you're just too far gone. It just
Yeah, too
depends
far
what
gone.
happened. It depends what happened, and sometimes it's just too far gone to go back. It's
It's
just
not
too
even
far
what.
gone.
It's not even all the time. It's not even all the time what happened. It's all. Sometimes it's about how it happened. You just be like, really? Now we here? Like now we like really now because like females, it could be something little, but and like the man tries to apologize or something, but it grows into more pettiness. Been petty. No matter how many times you apologize, it's been petty. At this point in the man's mind, it's getting too far gone. By the time you're ready to fix it, it's already too far gone to be fixed. Like you should have been trying to fix it in the beginning when you were doing all that petty shit. Now I done moved on to something better, something new, somebody that's not treating me that way. It's just gone.
But I think it depends on one, what you guys split up for.
No, this is just separation. Y'all ain't even divorced yet.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
said,
So I think it just depends because sometimes when you do separate, you do grow as a person, and that history might outweigh the newbie. I'm just
Yeah.
being real. Is the
Because
history might outweigh the newbie, especially if there's kids involved and you want the family dynamic or whatever. The
you know
history
what
might
they tell
outweigh
me.
the
I'll use
but
my
not
example.
even with
I'll
just
use my
kids.
example,
I would say not even just with kids. I would say if you're comfortable and you've been so naked and vulnerable with the person for so long, let's say you've been married with them for like 15 plus years. You've been
I'll use
complete like
myself
that
as an
person knows
example.
you to the core. Some people are like, I don't want to have to reteach another person who I am, and
You know, sometimes
that's
you gotta just, that's you. People settle. I
that's
know
not
me. I can't
that's not
settle for my happiness.
man, but
Right?
I'm just saying some
No,
people do think
I said
that.
some people settle. That's why like some people settle. You can't settle for your happiness. If you're no longer happy, you can't settle just because you got history. That's why it's history. That shit is in the past. I learned from my shit. That's why it's history now. I'm into the future. Like you can't settle nowadays. That's what people understand. You got to stop settling. Oh, I'm settling because it's comfortable and I know it, and we have all this history together. Who gives a shit?
That's right.
I honestly tell people, who gives a shit about that history?
I'm
It's
just
the
saying this is
future.
right now. He's not wrong.
Fuck your history. I had a friend. Like I got a friend. Right. I had an ex-friend. Right. Like one of my good friends. We were probably boys 15, 16, 17 years. Everybody be like, you got so much history together. Y'all need to fix that. Fuck that, nigga. Fuck that history. You can't build off of that. You can't build off of negativity. You can't build off of, oh, it's comfortable, we friends, or that goes for anybody.
I
You can't
agree,
do
Dre,
it.
but
That's
sometimes it's more than
sacrifice.
just
You
that.
sacrificing your mental health? No, because you think about it, you keep going back. You keep going back, and you in your head, and it's like you just and you see yourself going crazier and crazier. You're just like, what the fuck? This ain't me. This ain't me. Can't do it.
I'll use myself as an example. Like my soon-to-be ex-husband was alcoholic, but he had a lot of stuff, going for him otherwise, financially and all that kind of stuff. And we were together a long time, and even if he never did drink again and apologized to everybody in my family, I would still be suspect because it'd be hard because in the back of my mind, I wouldn't be able to trust him 100% to stay changed. You know,
Right. Right.
I
Your
would.
apology.
I don't think I could trust him, no matter how he apologized or whatever, because of everything that I had been through. I don't know if I could trust him 100%.
Right. And apologies like sex. Everyone does it. Everyone gives it to you.
Yeah, and
But
then it's
I ain't
it's
never heard
really
that,
just
but
apology.
Like
I'm,
but
if you're willing to sacrifice your happiness, you're willing to sacrifice anything. And we live in
yeah,
a time and day where most people just want to be happy. Just be happy and okay. Like with no stress.
uh,
True.
I'm like at the point where if I am separated in my marriage, yeah, if I'm out here pursuing somebody else, if I'm out here messing with somebody else, that means that chapter of my life has already been decided. It's over.
Right. Right.
it's,
I get you.
it's no
Yeah.
point in like and you think about how messed up that is for real, for real. Like, yeah, y'all separated and that person comes back into your life and you like, yeah, I could do this again
Nope.
after
Can't
you
do it.
spent all this time with somebody else, already building something with somebody else, even if you felt like it was temporary. Even if it was temporary, it's a through point. You didn't already accepted that part of your life is over.
Right. You moved on at that point. Because anybody that's willing to stay and fight, they're not gonna move on. They ain't gonna go nowhere. Like we about to stay right here. But if I'm moved on, then it's gotta moved out the house because we didn't fought and we ain't talking. I feel like we not talking is you not fucking with me, and that's just how that's how I live my life. If you don't hit me within a certain time frame of we so-called talking friends, okay, got it. I don't fuck with you after that. Don't give me no excuse. Oh, I ain't heard from you. Oh, I'm just calling you back 4-5 days later. Fuck you. You ain't calling me back. You like get off my phone. That's how I live. Can't be waiting for people out here.
This seemed a little personal.
No, that's not. It's nothing personal to no one.
Okay.
It's
Oh,
nothing
okay.
personal to no one,
It was
cousin.
very passionate. Okay.
No, that's just how I feel. That's honestly how I feel.
Oh, okay.
But hey, all I'm saying, if I did have to throw shade, the person's not on the call, okay?
I know.
But are they watching? But are they
It
watching?
will be. Wow. Okay, so next question. What do you think it takes to keep the opposite sex happy in a relationship?
Some head every morning.
Wow.
I
Did you
mean,
just say that?
that's nice,
I'm
but that ain't gonna
just
keep.
being completely honest. You give a man some good head, some good breakfast every morning. You got the house clean, everything taken care
I
of.
want
You
the
good.
men to, no. I want the men to tell us what do you think women need to be happy, and we will give our opinion of what we think men want to be
Oh,
happy.
got it.
No.
I don't know. Shit, a foot rub? Security? A Birkin bag?
Yes.
A
There
Birkin
you
bag?
go.
You want a Birkin bag?
No.
Security.
You
I know you
silly.
want some security. You want a house.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about when you wake up about no bills. Got it. That's what y'all need. And you need to be loved. And you need to be appreciated. You need to be nurtured. You need to be your mind need to be nurtured. Your soul need to be nurtured. I know what these females need out here, brother, but y'all need to know what we need.
You got sisters, so you know.
Y'all
We a
need
family
nurturing.
full of women.
And me
Hey,
was like,
Men want to be nurtured too, but I think a
don't
key
nurture
thing.
me. Don't coddle me. I'm good. Like, just give
No,
me.
not like a mama, but men want that nurturing too. They do. When y'all going through hard
I
shit,
think a man wants to know that a woman has his back if he falls on
you'll
hard
always be
times.
there.
That woman has his back regardless, and treats him and loves him the same, and still respects him as a man.
No, it's not even that. It's not. You know what? You know, really, for me, it's not even that because I don't even look at a woman if I fall off. Oh, I need to make sure she got me and all that. I I need her to have the same energy from day one when I got it to when I don't got it. The same energy. She don't gotta
Yeah,
pay for
right.
because wanna know why? Because I got my boys. Like I got my cousins. I got all my partners I hang out with. I can get rent money from any of these niggas. I can get money from whatever any of these niggas I need some money from. Hey nigga, I need some money. You feel me? I don't need my girl for that. I need her to keep the same energy from day one when I had it to day zero when I don't got it. Then back.
Okay.
As long as she got that same energy, I'm good with that. Like
So
you know, I'm going through some things right now, baby. It's gonna be hard. As long as she can understand that and still have the same love and energy, we good. Cause most females can't do that. Once a nigga fall off, oh, I gotta go.
Y'all generation is like that, more materialistic.
Right. To be honest, I got my partners. I could call any niggas right now. Hey, bro, I need my $2,000 rent paid. I need you to pay this. Okay, I got you. Don't even worry about that, bro. I got you. Don't need no female for that. I got my homies.
say this: being materialistic didn't just come from the sky; it was taught somewhere. So
No,
who
I
taught
tell a
us
female,
that?
I look for a female like this. That's how I know if the girl right for me. If not, if she asking for Birkin bags and she don't already got a Birkin bag that she purchased herself, she not the one for me.
Because she should already be. I feel like
Because
the thing. I feel like the thing
you should have asked
that
me
you
for these things. You should have asked me for these things you can't purchase.
yourself.
Yeah, you shouldn't have asked me for things you can't
Yeah,
purchase.
like shouldn't be out here crumb snatching. I feel like if you got the balls to ask your dude to give you something, you should be able to do it your damn self too.
Exactly.
That is
Exactly.
right.
Nigga
That is right.
but my
Like if I didn't, hey, I'm just saying, if I didn't meet you in Christian Louis, if I didn't meet the female wearing Christian Louis Vuittons, don't expect me to buy you Christian Louis Vuittons.
Right.
If I didn't meet you wearing a Gucci backpack, don't expect me to buy you a Gucci backpack. Just because I got this stuff, don't expect you to have this stuff.
That's a different way to think of it, but okay.
I ain't gonna say all of that.
Well,
However,
I'm just saying. Granted, I done bought but most of my designer was gifted or like bought for me from people like friends. Like my friend bought me my Gucci wallet. Or my cousin bought me my Gucci slides. He bought me my Versace wallet. You feel me? I don't buy this stuff for myself. So don't like that. I don't buy this stuff for myself like that.
you know what? That part is fair. Cause like my whole
So
mentality is,
don't expect me to get this shit for you because I don't buy this shit for myself. This shit expensive as hell.
it is.
This shit expensive.
My big thing for me is I like sneakers. I fucking love
I love
sneakers.
shoes. I love shoes.
I'm not about to buy you the same Jordans that I gotta buy. Cause see,
Right.
my Jordans are
Right.
size
200
they already
easy.
fucking me on the price because of how big my feet are. So unless
Right.
I mean
I hate a female. Where mine at? Where your what at the stove?
I just feel like I have to know that I need somebody that's a good communicator. I need a strong person, not a weak person.
I got
I
somebody
need
for you.
somebody.
That's not answering the question.
What's the question?
The question was, what do you think it takes to keep the opposite sex happy in a
Oh,
relationship?
I think
Not
to,
from
to
our
show,
perspective.
I think to love them unconditionally, whether they're going through good and bad. If you can love them through bad, then you can love them through good. I think you got to be able to love a person unconditionally.
Mm-hmm.
If you truly love a person, you're gonna love them when they're going through the good or when they're going through the bad.
Nowadays, honestly, Miss Jackie, as far as millennials, it's not about love. Honestly, it's more about loyalty. Like, I want you to be able to. You can hate me. I don't care. You can hate me today. You can hate me all year. But if I call you and say my rent needs to be paid and you still pay my rent, that's what I'm looking for. That's loyalty. Like, it ain't even about love nowadays, honestly. It's about loyalty. It's like, you're still loyal.
Where y'all get this from? Where y'all getting these type of women from? Because it's about
It's
love.
not even about rent. It's not even about rent. It's not even about rent. That goes for me, too. Like, it's not even about that. Like, if you still there for me, even when we bad, like, okay, I can count on you. Like it's loyal. You keep in the same energy. Even when it's bad, you still there. No matter how mad you might be at me, no matter how pissed, I still can pick up the phone. I need you. Don't worry about it. I got it. Fuck you still. You might get cussed out. Fuck you, this and that. But at the end of the day, I got you. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about that. Loyalty. It's not even about love. It's about loyalty.
I mean, like, if we answering the question, I think women are on the same tip. They want love, they want loyalty, and they want they want somebody that's emotionally,
And they just want their back blown out every other night.
yeah, and that,
That's true.
and that. Let's not.
Back blown out. Come on, I can't get up.
Like, women ain't out here trying to get their back blown out. Let's not. Let's not pretend.
Back blown out.
I'm sorry, Michelle. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackie.
Oh, we had crazier conversations. You're just catching up.
Like, that's fair. But I mean, like, the real thing about it is, and this is just me personally, I think that a woman wants to see the effort done. Like, you want to see how much effort they're willing to put in, and are they willing to maintain that?
And you know where that goes wrong. And you know where that goes so wrong is because you be like, you put in so much effort in, but you be like, this bitch still not receiving that I'm putting all this effort in. Sorry for language. I'm a product of my daddy. I'm a product of my daddy.
He don't never call us no bitches.
What?
Not to our face. He don't have any conversation.
See, my daddy old school. My daddy old school. He just don't say it to your face. I'm new school. I say it to your face.
He is old school. Nah, I didn't heard say something. Yeah, never mind.
My daddy had cut you down with some words. You be
He will. I know.
Him and my mama cut you down with some words.
Yeah, you got an interesting parent.
My heart.
The next thing is give the opposite sex relationship advice.
I can't even. I don't know how to.
I
don't know your relationship. I don't know your relationship problem. Maybe y'all need to step it up. Maybe you need to tell you need to stop thinking we can fucking read minds and open your mouths and say what y'all need. We not mind readers and shit out here.
For men, I would say the same.
No, because as men, we say it. We wear that shit on our shoulders. We wear that shit on our chest. If we say leave us the hell alone, we mean leave us the hell alone. If we mean bring your ass here, that means bring your ass here.
Stupid.
Ask Big Dean.
No, that's true.
Ask
He
Dean.
say what he wants.
Right. Like, I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to make you try to read my mind. Leave me the fuck alone. Get the fuck out of my way. Sit your black ass down. I don't want to speak to you right now. Sit me from this. I'm hungry. We as men, we say it. We sit on our shoulders.
And my thing would be, don't look for a deeper meaning than what's right there.
Thank you.
Like, more times than not, what I've said on the surface is exactly what the fuck I've been trying to say this whole damn time.
Always got some deeper meaning asses.
That's true. We do overthink.
Like, but
right. But you know what? As men, we say the same thing.
They're like, this is deep. Like,
as men, we think the same thing because when I feel like when somebody says "I guess," there's a deeper meaning to that. I guess.
Yeah,
like,
y'all be real like suspect about words.
Like, what are you guessing?
If we say okay a certain way, y'all like, all right, what's wrong? Or if we like, yeah.
No, don't say I guess.
Okay don't mean okay.
Right, it don't. Like, okay can mean anything. Okay, okay, just like what? Okay, just something.
Don't mean what what you want them, what you saying that they mean. They don't mean that. They be
Like when
meaning,
you ask a woman what's the matter and they say nothing,
yeah, they don't mean nothing.
they don't mean nothing.
Yeah,
You
it's
not
for
D
sure
supposed
said
something
that
the
mean
matter.
nothing. Go to sleep.
You should already, when she said like that, you should already know what the hell is wrong. Nothing. Nothing.
Yeah,
You should already know
women
what's
say
wrong.
that all the time. When women say nothing like that, it's
So what
something.
advice do you
it's
have
something.
for the opposite sex? Hold on. We're not talking about boy best friends.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my God, we're not talking about that no more.
It's like stop.
That's look at
Oh,
being like
yeah,
an act
We
like
on that
like
damn
like
best
a
friend
family.
shit. Okay, I'm talking
he
about.
had
So,
to put
what's
the
your
last
advice to the opposite sex about
when it comes to
relationships or
relationships.
anything? When it comes to relationships,
What's my advice for relationship?
like, what's your advice to women on how they should handle themselves in a relationship and dealing with men?
Go to sleep.
Shut up.
Go to sleep. Go to, hey, I'm gonna start using that. Go to sleep.
Go to sleep. Go
Go
to
to sleep.
sleep.
Go to
Shut
sleep.
up. You said
Ow.
we say it all
Ow.
night fighting about it.
Go
It
to
ain't
sleep.
worth it. 2 weeks,
Go to
just go
sleep.
to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Go to
I'm gonna
sleep.
use that. I'm gonna put that on the shirt. Go to sleep.
He
Go to
said if
sleep.
you really can't sleep, then you need to go. If you can't sleep in a relationship and you just losing sleep over it, it's time for you to go.
That's what I'm talking. If you waking, that's what I'm. If you losing sleep,
That's real. I agree.
right?
And
Because
everybody
we
agree
have
with
to
you.
fight
So
now.
that's so real.
Because I sleep good now. What? Boy.
That's
Pause.
that must be because that's ever since John came into your life.
Yeah, here we go.
So
What was the next question?
how's your communication when it comes to romance, and where do you think you need to improve?
Bad. Bad.
I feel
I,
like our
I,
communication is great.
I'm not gonna pretend like I'm the person out here that like I still got issues trying to figure out like my own emotional content sometimes. You know?
I feel it.
On
I
some
feel
on some
it.
real nigga shit. On some real nigga shit. I got some issues trying to figure
I
out
feel it.
you
I
know,
feel
sometimes
it.
I want.
I feel it.
So like I'm not gonna fault anybody for anything else because I know I be fucking up.
Real.
So yeah, bad. I don't know about anybody else. Bad.
My communication, like, it's good, but it could be better. Like in terms of like, I need to gain more patience and not just be like in this "well fuck it" mode. So like I be having to like turn myself back in, like Alexis. Like sometimes you really got to sit there and ask yourself, like, first of all, what are you really upset about before you just start spewing shit out and you can't even figure out what the hell you upset for. So that's why I always try to make sure I'm clear on what's bothering me, so that it's clear communication across the board of what the problem is, so we can try to solve it. But before, yeah, my temper. Like if I was over it, I
Is
was
you
over it.
still talking about best friends? Really? They're not even talking about that no more. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
He's still like, nah, fuck this. You better not have no best friend.
Right.
Fuck that. You better not have no best friend out here. Fuck y'all think
I'm
y'all.
your
I
best
have
friend.
girlfriends that I ain't never talked to. He not my best. They
You
not
ain't
my
no
best
best
friend,
friend?
but they my friend.
Wait a minute.
Oh
Wait.
Lord.
Best friend, best friend. That's so tight.
Well, let's go get some tea. Let's get some tea, y'all. Shh.
What was that?
You gonna whoop his ass? My you stupid.
Dude, whoop his ass, dude. Whoop his ass.
Man,
I can't you stay over here
Whoop
cracking
his
up at
ass,
me.
dude. Whoop his ass.
that.
Let him know who woman that is.
We're not even
Let
talking
him know
about the best
who.
friend thing no more.
First of all, why are y'all cameras off?
Oh, I'm cleaning up the kitchen.
Natasha, you
Because
always clean up something.
I had to put my pajamas on.
Oh,
My camera's
I got my
on.
AirPods on. I'm not near my phone.
I'm getting a
okay.
foot massage.
Next question is, what keeps you motivated to work on becoming the best version of yourself?
Money, honestly, money. I feel like the more money I get, the better version I become of myself. Like the real Andre comes out. Like I'm just really out here living my best dreams, helping people I need to help. Like money make me feel like it makes you feel like you're winning, you're growing in life. That's just how people measure success and happiness and all that. It's money, really. It's like, yeah,
Um,
motivates me to keep going. Cause I'm just saying, I know I got some family members that you see, you got money. Explain how money motivates. No, money motivates because you just see people in your family or you grow up with that's still in the same place and you already surpassed them in life. That's how
yeah,
money motivates. Like the more money I got, this is where I won't be again, ever in my life again. Like with them.
I think that's more so my motivation. Like I want to succeed past anything that I've already seen. You know,
Right.
for whatever way that I do succeed, and it's and seeing people around me, seeing family members and friends that are still in the same positions that they were 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago. And I'm like, I want that shit. That's just not
That's not
play.
okay. That's not cool. That's not okay. Wait, I like my nephews. Like I got all like these new nephews and stuff. Like, and I make sure they good from the gate. Like anything I got, they got from the gate. Cause they gonna never know
You
that
are a
life.
great uncle.
They
You
never gonna
are.
know. They never gonna know we ain't got money. Like
Mm.
there's never nothing in this world that can't be touched without some money. And if their uncle can get it for them, they got some money. Like they would never know that. I didn't have uncles like that growing up. Like, oh, we all broke. Money motivate me to be better in life. Money motivate me to be better than the next person. I keep people around me that do better than me, so I can get like them. Like, oh, how you do that? Let me get like you. Let me learn from you because you driving this paid off already. Let me learn from you. What you doing?
That's smart. No, that's really smart.
You got it. I'm not the smartest person in the room, but I surround myself with niggas that's smarter than me in the room.
Yep,
that's
that's smart.
you definitely because your circles definitely change. For me, it's just
I was
what
driving
keeps
in
me.
a 2008 Chrysler when I got back home. You feel me? 2008 Chrysler, all toe up. All the people I was hanging out with, Mercedes, Benz, like top of the line cars. I got a Mercedes now, making a whole different type of money now. Like motivates me. Like okay, that's how I'm living. I'm living wrong in your eyes. Okay, show me how to live. Like I just live differently.
I get that. Yeah, for me, it's just not stopping what's going to happen, which is evolve. So making sure that I'm not always at a standstill, but I continue to be fluid so I can always move as times change. That keeps me motivated, but what also keeps me motivated are my siblings.
Mm.
I want to make
I
sure
was
they
gonna say
stay.
my kids keep me motivated.
Like they gonna be good. I don't care. That's why I surround like Dre was saying, I do surround myself with like-minded people or people that are already there that are my mentors because I have mentors in different areas of life because you need to know people from different areas of life.
Right.
You
You
got to
gotta surround
diversify your
yourself.
circle. Like people think you got to keep the same circle. Like no, like you need to know a little bit of everybody because you're gonna need a little bit of everybody. You need
Right. It's not saying you
Mm.
gotta it's not you don't gotta let everybody in
some.
your circle, but your circle needs to expand. I got my inner circle, then I got my outer business circle. I got people where if I need something, I can call on them. I can get things like, oh, you need that? I know a couple people that can do that for you. Let me hit them up. Or I know a couple people that can do that for you. Let me hit them up. These are people in my circle.
Yeah.
Gotta
Facts.
have a good circle. You gotta have a circle to win.
You ain't bad.
You gotta have a
Circle is
circle to
going
win.
to change. There's just no changing that. You'll be lucky to get you a good couple of friends that's always gonna be there in your life where you never miss a beat. But at the end of the day, your circle gonna change. It's gonna be some
Well,
seasonal
I
ass
can,
people that
yeah,
walk in your
I can
life that you're not
honestly,
be
I
there.
can honestly say
People already
my
only meant for the
circle
season.
is a lot smaller than it was 10 years ago.
Yeah, see, you
People
gotta
who
be
always, huh?
everyone's not meant to be in your life. You know, I look at it like
I
this: like
agree.
seasons. There's seasons and holidays.
Oh
Like you only
yeah,
here for a
definitely
season. You
season.
only here for that holiday. You feel me? You wasn't meant
Yeah,
to. You wasn't meant to walk down this path in life with me. Like the people out, like granted, like
yeah,
the friends I lost. Like okay, you know, I don't wish ill will on them. You know, it's all good. Where you still in your life, but I'm moving forward. You're only here for a season.
right.
Season, baby. You can't stay in the same season forever. If you
Nope.
continue to stay in the same, you don't grow. You can't grow.
Yeah, I agree.
They
I
only here for a
definitely
season.
agree.
And the ones that are here, shit, they just on borrowed time too. I can't take them with me when I die. Shit, they on borrowed time here too. They just in better places. They just in a better position in my life than the other ones.
The next question is, what advice would you give someone who's allowed their past to dictate their present?
You need to grow the fuck up. You need to suck it
Yeah.
up and grow it up.
Mhm.
You need to go. I'm gonna
You
give you
need to
30
be an
seconds
adult
right
about
now to
your
stop.
life. You need to stop. You need to be an adult about your life. You need to evolve. Move forward. Move
You
past
know,
that shit. You can't be hurt.
I want to
Can't be
give you an
hurt.
example. I want to give y'all an example. That's not necessarily true because I got a friend that I used to hang out with that couldn't evolve. You would say these things to them. You would bring these people around them. But, some people just can't evolve. And it's just like that.
Mhm.
Some
Yeah.
people aren't meant to evolve. And granted, it sucks to say, but bro, you got to cut those type of people off. You're not meant to evolve into the next stage of life. You're meant to stay here.
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah,
Like,
like some people you can't. It took me a long time to realize this, but you can't save everybody.
you can't say it. And I'm talking about friend.
Point is
I'm
going to
talking about,
become a dead weight that you really didn't need in your luggage in the first place. It should because you should
no,
have been coming in so you get filled with
it's not
something
even, it's not
positive.
even so much that way, cousin. You trying to save you trying to save this one person. It's like your friend. You know how people like, oh, if I'm not leaving my friends behind. Like you was with me when we was struggling. But like my man Meek Mill say, sometimes they're gonna have to feel this. They're gonna have to feel this. I'm gone. Y'all gonna have to feel this. Like I already came back around for you. Can't get on this bus no more.
Yeah, and like you
There's
got to
lies
teach.
of love.
Like codependency is a big thing. Like be
Right, because you
self-sufficient.
find yourself, because when you're trying to save that person, honestly, you find yourself standing still. And I have found myself standing still before, trying to bring someone with me. You
Yeah.
just you realize even years back, you're like, bruh, we was doing the same shit when I left 4 years ago. Now when I come back, and we kind of still, I can't fuck with you no more.
Yeah, you still doing the same thing. And
I can't fuck with you no more, brother. It ain't even nothing against you and then you try to bring them type of people around and they get envious and you like people don't understand. You can't bring them back around. People get envious
Mhm.
and they start plotting
Ma, what's your answer?
What was the question again? Sorry.
What
How much
advice would
money
you give
you gonna give me?
someone who's allowed their past to dictate their present?
You're never going to be able to succeed. You're never going to be able to elevate yourself if you hold on to the past. Whether it's how you were brought up, past relationships, every everything that a person goes through, whether it's trauma or being heartbroken, you learn a lesson in it. So, from what my attitude is, I'm gonna take that lesson and take it with me to where I need to elevate myself and better myself, and let it go. I don't want you shouldn't want to play the victim your whole life because
Right,
you're
because
never. It's gonna always come back and haunt you, and you're never gonna let a person love you. You're never gonna be able to have friends who really can be your friends because your walls is up from your past. You gotta let it go.
exactly, we live in a time like you got to think you live in like the past. Like that's a good thing. Oh, we can
Hmm.
talk about this all day. I should get a talk show. I should get a show. I was just thinking I should get a show.
So the next question is, how can you do a better job at giving love to yourself and others?
Be
Yeah, you
be
gotta love
be upfront.
yourself.
You gotta be upfront with yourself. Figure yourself out. You gotta. People, I'm trying to tell you, you can't love nobody before you love yourself. And it took me a long time to understand what they meant by that. Like, what you mean? I love myself. I used to tell myself every day, yeah, I love myself. But when you really look at it, like, do you really love yourself? Like,
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's like it's a practice. It's
like,
not
do you
just
really? I have to, and
it's
I
not
realized,
just
and I was like, I
yeah.
don't love myself. Like, you start thinking like, oh no, I don't love this. I don't love that. You gotta, like, once you can learn, like, oh, I love myself, no matter what flaw, no matter what anything you have ever done. Like, I love myself. Now, I love myself. You can't tell Dre shit. I love myself. Like, it don't matter. It is what it is. Like,
Yeah, we know you do.
I'm big. I'm Dre. Like, I'm out here. Like, I love myself. Then now you can give then that's when you can give other people love. That's when you can honestly show genuine, true love to someone.
Because it takes more than just looking in the mirror and saying I love myself today. It's like,
Right.
no, what are you doing to put that into practice? Like, for example, you can show self-love to yourself by eating healthier, by
Right. I love
exercise.
myself good enough. I love myself good enough to wake up and work out every day. I wake up. I love myself enough to fill my lungs with this great weed. There's 19 folded 2 in my. I'm sorry.
Put the
Because I didn't used to love myself, and I used to smoke Reggie. Now I love myself so much. I smoke top shelf. You feel me? That's loving yourself.
you know what?
Oh, Dre. You stupid.
Man, because I mean, just speaking from somebody who has struggled with it in the past and still
Right.
struggles
I
with it a little
struggle with
bit
it. I have
now.
struggled with that.
Like you have to learn that loving yourself means deserving yourself, deserving what you need and what you want. Like I used to put off my shit for so many other people because I considered myself lesser than everybody else.
Right. I understand what you feeling, bro. Like I had to learn. Like my cousin, it took my cousin to like show me, like, nigga, you deserve this, nigga. You out here doing it. Like, nigga, why you not treating yourself? Like, why you been so cheap to yourself? Like, do you not love yourself? And I had to really get out that mindset, like, you right. Like, nigga, I can't take this money with me. I can't do anything with this money. I need to spend it I need to show myself that I love myself. Like, do things that makes me happy. Not what I was taught to make me happy, do all this. Like, do what actually makes you happy. And then you're gonna like, okay, I love myself. Like, no one can tell you nothing about you. Like, what? Excuse me? Stop it. You wish you was this great.
Like for me, like it's putting in those daily practices of self-love, but also the way I can give it to others is being more compassionate.
Were you throwing shade at me?
No. But if you caught it, it might be a message.
I did. I got some in the face. I was just checking. Was that for me? Because I'm not compassionate? Like, could my compassion be out the window after
Well,
a certain point?
I especially think because life is so short, and yes, we need to love ourselves, but we also need to love our family. We
No.
have these,
Nat-
what? Yeah, and this
Natasha,
is towards you.
Natasha,
I'm going there. And
Natasha.
so, with
No, we're going
that
to talk
being
about this.
especially when the way my nana raised all of us
I don't want to hear
is,
that. Nana would turn over her grave if she heard you saying this bull malarkey. Don't talk about my
Nana,
grandmother.
The
Nana,
Don't bring
oh
my
man.
grandmother. Natasha, do I need to pull up
I
to
was here
for
before all
everything?
y'all. I was the first. Now you
Natasha,
Hey,
forget.
you was the
just be
exactly.
here,
So
hanging
remember,
out.
she changed over time. Don't let her hear
I,
you say this.
You
Listen
about to
to
leave?
this.
no, I was just saying I just be here hanging out.
No, like she's
Oh,
just gonna try to say like this. She's
just a
just gonna try to say that.
flower.
She's just gonna try to say that like that. Too much. You gotta love family. Be the main ones that try to bring you down.
But it's how
Ooh.
you. But the thing is, it goes with how you approach your family. So
That's
certain things.
subjective. That's
No,
That's
Dre,
subjective.
listen. Dre, listen. Dre,
Huh?
it goes with. We look at it like this. I used to change your diapers. You know what
Nah,
I'm
That's
saying?
subjective.
So
that's
I did.
subjective. You ain't never changed my. I'm gonna ask
Yes,
my
I
mama.
did. I used to watch you. I
I'm gonna
watched
ask
you
my
and
mama.
your sisters.
I'm gonna ask my mama. You know, it is
Ask
what it
your
is.
mama. And
That's
ask
up
your
for
daddy.
debate.
We can call your
That's
daddy
up for
right
debate.
now.
That's up for debate, Natasha. Okay.
Oh, we're gonna call your daddy. I'm gonna call you off this
No, because y'all
phone. We're
used to
gonna call your
torture.
daddy
You
on
didn't watch.
three-way.
You didn't watch us. You tortured
I
us.
did
You
watch you.
tortured me as a child. You tortured me.
No, I didn't. We used to feed you and everything. But listen to this. My point is this. So it's the way you have to, and I understand respect needs to go always, and I totally agree. Respect, I'm gonna respect you, you should respect me. But I think your guys' generation feels you can talk sideways to your elders.
Yes, indeed. I feel like I could talk the most. I feel like I could turn my neck up at you. And when want to know why? And want to know why? And I'm gonna tell you this good, and this is a good reason. You know, it's not even to be on a disrespectful type of hype, but people think they deserve the title of auntie, uncle, cousin, this and that. What? Like you don't deserve that. Just because you my mama auntie or my mama brother, my mama sister. Like I don't need to respect you. You didn't raise me. You didn't wipe my ass.
Why would you? Because everybody did raise you.
No,
Everybody had their hand in
so
taking
you can't
care of
look at it
you.
like I look at it when people say raise me. Like when people say raise me, like oh I raised you. Granted, like when I'm maybe like a baby from a certain after a certain age, I didn't see half these niggas in my life. I didn't get no birthday
But
calls.
there was a reason about
Let me
that.
check on you. No, like let me
But
do
this,
this for you, cousin. You okay in these streets? But now when a nigga, oh hey cousin, like or when a nigga, oh I'm your auntie, you need to. Well, excuse me, who the fuck are you?
but I'm gonna say this. I don't know what's going on with what you're talking about, but we can talk
No,
about that
that's just family
offline.
regardless. No, that's just like family regardless,
Right.
Natasha.
Right.
You know,
And
I
I
love you.
understand that. And I agree with that. I mean, because
Like
my
I
thing is
definitely because you
certain
don't get
family
those
members,
titles. Like I'm
certain
not gonna say no names. I'm just saying I got aunties that treat the males in her family like they not shit. Like we don't exist. Like and you think, oh, just because you're my auntie, I should respect you still? Like, no, who are you? You treat me like I'm not. We don't even exist. Like you got favoritism to the females, and I can understand that. You don't
but
have
see,
relationships.
I would say this. I mean, I'm a person, I'm always equal. I love all of y'all the same. I don't treat one better than the other. I'm just a straight shooter.
Granted,
Period.
and that's why people like you feel me? I talk to like I can have a conversation.
But
I can
there
pick up
is,
the phone.
I will agree with you, there is family politics. I
It's
would
politics,
definitely
and you
agree
can't
with you.
you
But
know,
you
be
know what? But
flawless.
Dre, let me tell you this. I see the family politics, and certain people don't treat me the same way as they treat the others. But you know what, Dre? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I get that,
So,
and that's what
with
as
that
I grow
being
older.
said, hold on. But with that being said, because I love myself, I'm still gonna show that family member respect when they come around. I'm gonna say, "Oh, hey, give them a hug, give them a kiss," just out of respect, because I'm
Got it.
not gonna let you take me out of my character.
Right? No,
So I'm
no,
gonna
and I
give
can
you that
understand that.
respect, and I'm gonna move on.
Right, I can understand that, and I can respect that because I'm like that. Oh, I can still be cordial with you, but there's just some family
Okay.
members that you can't say, "Oh, family this, family that," because they'll take you out. They can say one thing to you, and they're gonna take you out of character because you know of just. I think it's because they just demand. Like it's a situation where I forgot. I'm not gonna say no names, but like it was one of my aunties, and she was just speaking to me in a manner of, "Oh, if you talk to me like that, or I'll fuck you up, or I do something to you, the sense of like, like." And it's like, excuse me? Like, excuse me? I'm like, just cause you my aunt, that don't mean you had that right. You don't got that right to talk to me that way. I tell them like my own mama and my own daddy don't even speak to me like that. Let's just start there. And they know how I am. They used to I cut you off faster than like my own parents don't even speak to me like that. Cause they know what's up. Like we're not
Right.
kids
No,
anymore.
I
We're
understand
not
that.
kids
No,
anymore.
I
And you
understand
can't
that,
just say
but
and you can't just say what you want. No, it doesn't matter. As an auntie, as an uncle, you can't just say what you want because we're not kids anymore. And the people have to remember that. Granted, as a child, I had to hold my tongue when I felt like you disrespected me or talk crazy. But now as an adult, you will talk to me with respect. You will address me with respect. And you will talk to me in the way that I'm talking to you. And if you can't do that, I would disrespect you from here to up to the block and back in front of your mama,
But
your grandmama,
Dre, but
and
what you gotta
everything.
understand, the energy you put out there is the energy you gonna get back.
Yeah, but
So
I
sometimes
get it.
I understand
I'm willing to live with that
listen,
at
hold
times.
on, but you're not listening. I understand your sense of humor and your sarcasm. I
No,
get
it's not
it. It
about
don't
that.
bother me. The shit be funny as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Other people don't. Some of them
That's
do
why
got
that's why I don't
sticks.
mess with certain people.
Some of
That's
them
why I don't
got
mess with
sticks
certain
put up
people.
their ass and don't have that same, don't understand it. So they thinking you coming off disrespectful. That's all I'm
And
saying.
no, yeah, but right. But granted, I see what you're saying, but just because when you feel like just because
I just
people,
wish I was there
everybody
in
got to
certain
feel. Everybody got to
situations.
feel.
I wish I was there in certain situations and it wouldn't have went down the way things go down. If I was
And
there,
this
shit wouldn't go down like that.
Like
and
I'm
this
just
leads
saying, you got
Period.
family members, you got cousins. Then do you think? Then that you think, and what really cuts the cake is that when you feel like you're getting ganged up on by or your family member, you're like, oh, now you want to gang up on one person? I understand. Now y'all all can get disrespected. Everyone can get disrespected because now you're just ganging up. Like everyone thinks, oh, I should hop in this because it's family. People don't understand. When it's only two family members, it needs to stay between those two family members. It doesn't need to escalate
I
between.
agree.
Like
I
whatever
agree.
happens. And that's what people don't understand. Like family is ridiculous, and like that's why I don't fuck with half the family I got with now. Like I've just been
but what
honest.
But my
also
thing
I
is,
think
I
what
wish
family
if
members
I
also
was
have to
there, it
when
wouldn't have
they're
went
trying to
down
be the
like that.
mediator. I think when family members also have to understand when they're trying to be the mediator that some stuff doesn't happen in the time that you wish it would happen. Some stuff
Right.
takes
No,
its
I'm just
time.
saying if I was there, but if I was there, that situation wouldn't have went down like that. Period.
Wait, what situation? We talking about that cold ass macaroni and cheese niggas brawn?
Talk about it later. The last question: how do you process forgiveness?
Cold ass macaroni and cheese. I don't
How do
process
you
That's right.
forgiveness.
process forgiveness? This is a perfect segue. How do you
To be
process
honest,
forgiveness?
I don't process forgiveness. Like, because it's like you should never have to apologize. Like, I tell people never apologize. Cause like, don't apologize for what you meant. You meant it. Like, so don't apologize.
Gotta
Never be
apologize.
sorry. Never be sorry. Never be sorry
But
for what you done.
but you gotta forgive though.
No, it's not.
Right.
It's not always.
You gotta apologize for shit that you may have hurt somebody. You gotta
Um,
apologize.
9 times out of 10, if I said it, you
You
deserved
may
it.
not have that opportunity to apologize to them, but what I would say is you need to acknowledge where you
Okay.
fucked up.
Okay. No, I feel like if I said it to you, you deserved it to be said. And like, granted, and the people's like, oh, you need to apologize. I live in a life more like, okay, we good. Like, I said what I said, you said what you said. We cool? Oh, we cool. Like, if we can't be cool, we can't be cool. Like, it's that. Like, it's just that with me, how I live. Because you can't try to hold on to things. That's like holding on to a rope that's like tied around your hand. And you got to hold on to this rope. And it's just destroying your hand. But you know, if you let go, you ain't going to have them hand problems no more. You ain't going to have, your hand ain't going to be hurting. Your hand ain't going to be in pain. You can't hold on to stuff. Stuff is meant to be let go.
Well, that's a
I agree.
process of forgiveness. So you technically just answered the question.
No,
Little did
no.
you.
I'm talking about more people need to be let go. People, like the person that said it, like, forget that. Like, you need to be let go. I can't keep holding on to you.
But that is a way of forgiveness. That is a
No, because you
process
can
of it.
forgive,
Letting
you can
people
forgive
go
and
to
apologize
be
all
like,
day.
I'm washing my hands of it.
Like, you can do that and forgive and apologize all day. But,
But
then it comes down to the same thing.
forgiveness doesn't, it's not equivalent to apologizing.
I feel like it is.
It's not the same because they're two separate actions.
Well, if you forgive me,
One's for yourself, the other is to serve another. They're two different actions.
well, if I'm apologizing, I expect you to forgive me. So I feel like they one and the same. Because if I'm apologizing, like, what the fuck is I'm apologizing for if you're not about to forgive me?
Mm-hmm. And another thing too is when you forgive somebody, you gotta let it go. You can't
Right.
keep bringing the shit up. That's
And that's
toxic. If
and
you
that's
gonna
why I
keep
know me.
throwing it in my face, you really
And
never
that's why I know
forgave
me.
that person.
Exactly. And I know me. That's why I don't forgive people. Like, granted, you can forgive me all you want to, but it's certain shit I just don't forgive people for because I know me. I'm gonna bring that shit up. I'm that guy. Like, every chance I get, I'm gonna bring it up. Like, oh yeah, remember, even if it's in a joking manner. Like, bro, remember that time you told that bullshit over? I ain't forgot. Like, because it's going to eat at you. Or like, we're humans. It's going to eat at you regardless. It's like just the thought of you still hanging with this person. You've been around this person. No matter what they apologize, what they did is still seared into your head. So why should you even have that type of energy to continue to be around that person? Or say, granted, sorry. Yeah, you can say
Because
sorry.
some relationships are meant to be forgiven and you can move forward with that person. Dre,
That's
you
not
can't just live your life and
that's
just
not
cut the whole world off, though.
that's
That's
just not
unhealthy.
necessarily true. Not
That's
everything's
not
not meant to
healthy,
come
though.
back from. Everything's not meant to come back from the time, just because
I
you're
agree, though. Certain things aren't meant to come back. I definitely agree with that because I'm that way on certain shit. When you fuck with my kids, I'm not gonna forgive you on it. I'm not gonna fuck with you. Period.
you're not coming back from.
Yep, I agree.
One of my aunts said something very disrespectful to me. Just talked to me crazy one time at my sister's event, and like to this day, I don't mess with you. Like, you're lucky I didn't disrespect you right there on the spot. But I don't mess with you. Like, it's just certain things you don't come back from.
No, I agree.
Like, people say, like,
Yeah.
forgiveness. Granted, I can forgive you all day, but I can also not mess with you all day too.
Yeah. No, there's certain family members I just don't fuck with. So I can't even be a hypocrite. So,
And
I
there are
agree.
some, and Mom, there are some that I don't fuck with. Now you understand.
It's so hypocritical. Like, y'all over here telling Andre, like me, I'm just trying to pitch y'all up on some game. Just make y'all lives less stressful.
Some people, that's a conversation for another day.
You and your mother need conversations.